Okay, hello. Hope you're having a good time. Man, sorry it took me like 10 minutes to get here. I had to do some serious convincing. Like, yeah, you should come on camera. you should be live today. Live and willing, even so. So, hi, here we are. Getting ready for a day of development. Or, I've already done a little bit of stuff today, but getting ready to continue with you guys in tow, so to speak. You guys can see me, hear me, and enjoy me well enough. Just enjoy the Mirror 9. You can take that however you want. With me today, I've got my trusty tea. My trusty Rooibos tea. With me today also, I have blood oranges. Important for my sanity, I think, today. They help me stay on track. I think. What I think I mean to say is that they're good as a little bit of a healthy snack, or healthier snack. I think we are at 364, which is a good number. I always like the number 64 because let me just check something. I had the sneaking suspicion that maybe I didn't push the live button on YouTube. No, it's all there. So, sneaking suspicion underway. When I was a little tipsy-tiddly kiddly, and I was struggling so hard with remembering the multiplication table, my dad, bless his heart, tried to come up with all manners of small tricks that I could use. And so one of the tricks that he came up with, because I really liked playing Nintendo 64, was 8 times 8 is 64. Now, it strikes me as a bit strange that we didn't do the 16-bit, but he didn't know SNES has 16-bit console. He knew, it was a Super Nintendo, or it's a Nintendo, right? But growing up, I had a Nintendo and a Super Nintendo. I spilled Oh Boy, which is like a chocolate drink, all over my Super Nintendo. I'm still sad about that today. I need to get myself one of those at some point. I do still have my original NES console. However, I'm missing, I think, I have the really old cable, not that you can use it for anything these days, but I have the really old cable still with it. I don't know exactly where the power cord is, but it's a simple power cord if I remember correctly, so that should be all fine. What irks me more right now is that I have everything for my Nintendo 64 except for the power brick at the other end. So I was looking the other day about how to modify them to use a modern power brick solution of some sort. And there are available ones, but it's a little bit too much for how technically inclined I am today. That's a serious misalignment. Holy shit. Oh, so let's see if I can fix that. I see that the chat is all misaligned compared to the camera. Something like that, maybe. Maybe, baby. It's not quite the pixel. Let's get it by the pixel. Keep selecting the wrong thing. Nope, still too high. The pixels are too damn high, party. That's too low. I wish I could see the offsets. Good enough. Good enough. Also, I think I want the miasma above these. Yeah, so now it kind of like edges on the camera there. That's nice. I like that. No, wait. It wishlist have to be above though. So otherwise we're in trouble. There we go. Perfection. So I figured today we will try to fix one of the problems in TactCore, which is not really much of a problem, really. It's just like about integrating like a small feature to fix something that we added to TactCore like some month ago, and I never like bothered to really fix it. If I had the pizzazz to it, I would probably just want to like integrate it sort of as a what's the word? Tutorial, basically. Because if I can make that a tutorial, you know, it's a nice thing for someone to get into the system. But I figure better have it be thoroughly made from the start. All right. Oh yeah. So I want to get us over to this screen. So where is... That's my game capture. Oh, I've changed... Okay, I see what's going on. Because I was playing a game last time. And then I didn't want any of this shit. I do wish... Is it disturbing that the audio is above the screen like this? I think it looks kind of cool. Yeah, good enough. Good enough for now. So let me walk you guys through the issue, which is super easy. I think it's going to be super easy to solve. And then I have a cool feature to show you guys that you guys haven't seen yet. So we pick this guy up, right? And it's going to be at least a little bit difficult to see, but you can sort of tell the when running, because there's no like actual way, but you can tell the gun is back. Yeah, that's a way to do it. If I'm backing away, then he will just keep being like this, right? You can tell the gun is backwards, and we want to fix that. Because I don't care much about like the details of how it's firing and where, like people can figure that out by themselves. But I do care that the gun is backwards. So there's a point somewhere here where we want to, yeah, so in this loop here, we have a case for offset rotation, and then we want to take the thing and rotate it by that offset. Where is that thing? Held actor is what we call it. So rotates. It's treated as an actor, which I find interesting. Ideally, I mean, it's gonna be an actor, huh? Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, ideally it's just this, right? I can clean up the location later, and then we have to get the right struct value as well. So as we feed into that, here on the find itself. So as we feed into that, we get that struct value, and we break that into rotator. It's funny because there's no... You can access the rotator struct otherwise, but... Yeah, I guess we have to do a break rotator. Because that at least tells it what it is, and that should work, maybe. Not sure. Let's confirm first what the behavior we have currently is then. Because it does get here, and let's confirm that as well, that it does get here. So we drop in, pick this thing up. Oh, hold on. This is when you're shooting it, right? Yeah, so this would be when you shoot with the gun. I want it to be on pickup. Pick up thing, and then we have a find thing, and then we process its identity. So we got to put it over here then. It's part of this. It's part of the identity of a thing. So I guess it doesn't have to be like part of the identity of a thing, but it feels to me now that that's appropriate. And then whatever is inside of here. Not inside of here. That's the wrong place to look. Inventory item cached instance struct. Yeah, I've forgotten what everything is called, so we cache whatever instance struct we're working with, and then we pass it on. Now that should effectively do nothing, but it should do it on pickup. Yeah, so 0 obviously is some other rotation. So it looks like a -90 in some direction. Let's try to figure that out. So it looks like, rotation-wise, it is facing... how exactly? We could say the X rotation is pitch for this weapon, and the, well, green is pitch, this is roll, and this would be whatever the fuck yaw or whatever. Roll, pitch up, down, and yaw. So what do we want to change then? The two numbers we want to change. That's a spoiler. I keep hitting this key that I have for changing maps for other testing purposes. I think it's because I've been playing a game where that's a useful key. There we go. So, realist 90 on the jaw, minus or positive or negative minus. Positive or negative 90, not negative or positive minus. That's crazy. Okay. Let's see if we can do that then. So we go to the cool gun, we go to its rotator, and this would be jaw. On pickup. And that would be the other way. So it would be this. I figured it would be fast enough to try it. Now it would be nice if you kept the gun out when you do that, but I'm not gonna get into the nitty-gritty of that. I would like to know what causes him to lock it in place sometimes. Oh, is this rotating based on the pickup? That would be bad. So if I picked it up from here... Yeah. It's put in the hand based around... Okay. We have to zero out held actor's rotation first. That's the way I'm gonna do it. Like, there's so many ways that we can deal with that, I think, but I'm gonna just zero it out so that we have clean slate to work with. Now I would say it's just upside down. Let's try to grab it from here and see that it's still that way. I don't know. Don't look the same. I mean, there's so many things I could do here. It's just like I always want to understand why it's... Now this looks correct though. That's like the perfect rotation. Right? And we'll have to look at these two. Oh, it's whenever we try to throw something and we have nothing in our hands. Yeah, that checks out. That checks out. Let's expand from here. That's gonna be a simple fix. We can't throw anything that isn't valid, right? Oh, right. These have the reason why this gun looks weird is because they have different offsets. So I just have to figure out why this one, starting out, like when that one looks good and when it doesn't look good, basically. Okay. Let's, we can give ourselves a few more of these so that I have some testing to get through here. Otherwise I'm just gonna restart all over again all the time. That looks the same as what I expect. I need to remove that key. Now it's different. Okay. Yeah, those are very not consistent. So then let's review our logic a little bit here. on. We find the thing. We cache it, we get its identity. I assume it has to do with when, like, with the attachment, right? So, equip thing. It says to equip it to hand R. Maybe I need to reset before equip. I think that's reasonable. So we don't wait with resetting rotations to over here. We do it on the equip part. Oh yeah, this isn't gonna happen if that's off the tables. And then we can do it on the hit actor itself. Now this one has the top. This one has the top. I think this might be a winner because I access those two in very different ways. Top. This also looks like it has it. Top. Not top. Perplexing. We do a snap to that, but it shouldn't affect the... I see a 90-degree rotation there. Pointing forward. Pointing somewhere. Okay, that does not do anything for me. I'm trying to, like, I don't understand what goes wrong here. Because if we zero this out, they end up pointing this direction. Like, that seems to be like the default world direction. So I should always be able to have that then. I don't understand why this doesn't work. Yeah, no, it's the same. Do I have to do it after setting it to movable, maybe? This is mostly because not everything is movable by default, so we want to turn it into something we can use. So... I'm pretty sure the guns are movable, though. I don't even see the movement settings in there. Okay. I don't understand. Help. Let's disconnect this for now. Let's see if it's the same across plane pickups and get that working first. That seems correct. And that seems correct. So it seems to me that yaw ends up not being the correct like rotation to change. There's something else going on. So let's do a little bit of transform math here, because we want transform rotation. What was the thing? Transform. There it is. Scary fucking node. It still feels scary to me. Because we need to turn this into a local number from wherever we are. So we do this, I think. Make a rotator of this. Maybe this is like just not necessary. A mathematician could tell me if I'm being silly. But we have the reference frame of the held actor, and then we transform it by, or we transform this rotation, since it's like a whatever number. We transform it into its reference frame to turn it those degrees. That's consistent. That is consistent. Fantastic. Okay. So right now it's pointing towards me, so it's going to be minus 90 is away from me, which was my intuition to start with. Nande? Why is there no rotation? Because it's not connected to anything. Yeah. Let's try that. It's probably gonna be... Oh, we'll see. Let's see. Okay, let's just hope that they're all independent on how I access them. That seems to be the case. Now we just gotta figure out which rotation we want. It doesn't seem to be this one. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a X rotation. Nope, X is roll for sure. So it's gonna be a Y rotation. Then $180 for Y minus yay. Throw that away. We pick another up from some other god darn ugly angle. Guard angle. And it should still face forward. Yay, okay. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, it's the wrong gun. It's the wrong one. We haven't implemented the fix on that one yet. We will though. Okay, that's an example of how you do an offset. It's really cool. So let's go to this mannequin gun, and on the rotator here we say minus 180 here, and that should fix this gun as well. Because we have one gun that shoots mannequins and we have one gun that shoots regular bullets. And it's gonna build the mannequins, don't worry about it. The loading of the mannequins always takes time. Mannequin gun. Okay, cool. So we fixed that. We fixed an error from accessing throwable things. What now? Is it time to ship it? Let's see here. Good work, all. Good work. Now celebrate with some blood orange. I hope you don't mind me munching. That's really good. You get such a sunny smile when you do that. It's kind of neat. Let's assess a little bit here. Also, I hope you enjoy the camera quality. I found some settings that just look better. I'm gonna have to coax it a little bit to act better. Oh, now of course I talk about it and it starts to flicker a little bit. It's like there's a ghost in my camera. But yeah, I tried to tweak some settings, especially like color space and stuff, and it seems to push it a little bit further in terms of just color depth, maybe? I don't know. It feels fuller somehow to me. Even though this is like an old grainy ass bastard camera now. So let's assess. What do we want to do next with TacCore? I can show you guys the feature that really makes TacCore come together. Let's do it. So, say you're all like, let's take this identity tool and expand this out a little bit. So say you're all like out here and you're building stuff, you're copying something, you're building it out. Now we have something called active identity update. So you see, I'm just clicking around and I can just build stuff, but if I enable this, you will get, let's see, select something else here. Yeah, you see you get all the identities here and you can click them and then you can set their values. So the idea is that you don't have to go to the blueprints all the time. You make the functionality and you go and drop in there, and then you are just handling data at that point. I'll make a cool sword. That's an example of what a cool sword can be like in terms of the identities. And then we can just to give an identity like this, you just like grant it a tag basically. You apply identity. And that's something you can grab from here. You grab the right table and you apply that identity to it. You can also do it like Unreal fashion where you go to the thing and find like the tags, right? You go find the tags, but I thought that was, you know, it takes you out of the experience of being in the editor, like being here and just building things. So it's sort of like fundamental now to Tag Core. I think that like you can just click the thing and you can just go like, oh, that's a TV. How does a TV work? You can just tweak the values for it and then you're done. And now, to some degree, it's like, oh, I just rebuilt, you know, I've just rebuilt like having like an actor for an object, right? But the thing is that for an actor, you would have to build so many like things. I don't know how to describe that better, but you'd have to like build the entire thing above, and you're gonna spend time putting together components, and then you have to figure out their settings and how they work here, blah 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 blah. Here it's just like interpretations of data. If I could have this open up, you know, if I could have this open up as its own little window, you know what, maybe I can. Because this is a widget and it goes to a data table. If I display it in the widget, could we have that be here? Let's try that. Let's try that. That's an interesting idea. So let's go to the identity tool. So the idea would be that the identity tool would have a display section, which is, you know, probably the section over here. And that would be a object view, like a, not a property view, a details view. Looks like we have to define a little bit of a bigger border here for the padding. To the right, it seems. We can also do this as like a smaller font. I don't know, like something about it poking out there eked me a little bit. But also having this be so off, like almost arbitrarily offset does also eke me so. We'd need something like a property view for every part of the identity. We can handle that after we handle one. Identity view. And it's going to be similar to this, right? Where we I'm really out of my comfort zone with these. So this is the place where we get the IDs. Right here. Man, this, I'm not gonna lie, this is like a bit of a scary blueprint to look at. It's quite a few lines of code here. Relevant tables. Clear the identities, that would be correct. For all the relevant tables. I don't think you can do this, no. Now I know this is only gonna create one, right? So it's not. Ideally, is it this that we want to show? Is it? Yeah, it would bring up the data table. Here it would be, you know, right. No, this is wrong. This says DT interactables. No, wait, layer 0, it's from data table interactables, and then the D, yeah, that's correct. It just brings up the, by default, it brings up the data asset. So it is the data asset we want to show. Like this, I think. Wow. We basically rebuilt, yeah, we basically rebuilt the functionality for, what is it called? We basically have rebuilt the functionality for bringing up components, or not components, but settings for actors. This is kind of wild to think of. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so cool. See, here's a problem though. Like when these get really long, you don't see these anymore. So it would be nice if that could be like docked separately or something. Crazy. Crazy what you can do. But it's not done, right? Because we want to bring up the entire, like every object. For that we need an unknown amount of view. What are they called? Details view. So for that we need to create a details view. Not create. We need to spawn widget. Create widget. And again, we're fucking here. Can I just use create object? Construct object from class. This might work. Details view. Okay, nice. This clears first, right? Clear all the children, yeah, so we can add new children to this. But we need them to be like in their own. Yeah, so this is inside of a vertical box. No, we should put it inside of a vertical box. Wrap with a vertical box. Like so. Remove this guy. This is going to be our identity view box. Yeah, of course. Add as a child. Should be it. And then pencil will be reference is not compatible with property view base object reference. And so it's this then. What you saying? Target is. Yeah, target is the box we created. Of course. Let's save here. Oh, does this cap too? That's strange. That is so weird. I need help with this, I think, because we need to be able to like scroll this. Dialogue, advanced, nothing. Yeah. Shouldn't be anything there. So this doesn't have any like category or separation, which makes this really confusing to look at. You don't know what is what. Like which of these correspond to which of these. So you need to add a child in between, like a text of some sort. Curious. Oh. Oh, it doesn't clear it. That's a problem. Yeah, we need to clear this as well. Sorry. Of course we do. Who am I apologizing to? It's a mystery. That's why it looked so crowded. For this, it's gonna be like 3 sections. That's a little bit easier to like to view and understand. But yeah, I need some help on this when it comes to how to display this in a nice way. You know, now it's almost like I almost want to dock it up here and have the rest of the window be transparent, like anything that isn't part of it, you know? But yeah, this doesn't handle that. It's not that window is not something we have control over, I don't think. Unfortunate. We can add like a picture over it, but I don't think we can make it transparent. Too bad. Oh, and now we have this bullshit again. Every blue moon I get this bullshit. Every time I work with it, essentially. It doesn't. It works for a while and then it just breaks. Yeah, that's high on the list of things to fix with this as well. Let us. Let's make some notes on that. Where are you? It's all the way down there, isn't it? I guess I had this idea. So, yeah, we just did this basically. Fix the selection so that when you reinitiate the identity tool, doesn't collapse. Or collapse, but keeps it all visible. Both of the things I'm thinking now I need help from, and then from Isika, I think. And the other one would be category names for details view. Category names for details view of category name for details view of data assets. Okay, so that still works if you say get associated address, we still get this box here. It's great. And then you can change something. So that allows you to be in editor even more, I would say. Because now you don't have to open that to go somewhere. You can, if you're curious about now you actually get it over here as well. But yeah, for complex objects, these. Wait, right. I wonder, active identity update should be the standard, I think. Because it's just superior. Active selection mode on. And let's tag that as well as being checked. And now we have it on by default. Which makes sense, I think. Imagine that, you don't have to go digging through the tabs. You can just be here. So now, I guess the same question goes for this style tool. Ideally still, I want to be able to dock something else. Like if I can dock another window like over here or something. And that changes that if you select something for a style instead of identity, then you can change the style right there. Maybe. Part of me is realizing how much of this is like I'm taking some big hoops to build like a framework that it rebuilds a lot of the functionality of like just having actors and components and shit, but it just puts that information somewhere else entirely. our own little custom editor sort of thing, but for being data oriented. Here's a way we could save some space, is if these were categorized under here. Also, just having smaller buttons would help clear up some space. They don't have to be this big in size. That's for goddamn certain. Let's start with that. Let's downscale first because I like the separation. Say that all of these are now 18, 16. Now maybe it'll look like a... Man, that's crazy how much space that saves. Holy. Oh, these are still get rendered at that size. Hold on. Because that's a specific data. That's a specific widget. And now we have an entire field here where we can display style, right? That's crazy good. That's all we really needed was to change size a little bit of things. Look at sword and be like, the name is Cool Sword. It's 1 and it stacks with 5. So cool, so cool. It's equipable. So each default is a new... Yeah, that makes sense. It's throwable and has a text associated with being throwable. I don't think this is used anywhere. There's some dialogue, and this happens when you pick it up. Normand I can pick up. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so let's try to make display style as well. Yeah. Now, how do we get style? That's the first question on my mind. Style is based on getting the data table. No, it's not. Style is based on getting the component tag, I think. select something that has some manner of style to it. Floor, and then floor as well, and the... remind myself of this. I think it's this screen that says how everything is composed. Component tags store identity, actor tags store style reference. Yeah, because you can have several different components that want different identities, and then your actor typically has one style. That's the idea. And then custom data would store the style. Yeah, makes sense. It makes sense, but how do we... We do get the data table here because it does say what data table it is. Yeah, okay. No, it doesn't say what style data table it is. It just says what data table is associated with that data asset. Can I even? There's nothing tangible that I know that separates the identity. I gotta head to the bathroom. While I do that, you guys enjoy the good vibes, and I'll be right back. Whoa, I was gone for so long. So long. Did you guys miss me? Did you guys miss me? Let's see. How do we solve this? You know? How do we take that? How do we get the style table? I mean, I must have done it before. Let's see. Let's have a look, shouldn't we? Shan't we? Because this is how we set the style. Right. Right, I need to integrate the transactions more thoroughly, I think, in this. Because I don't think anyone else, any other parts of the system has transactions. It's just set the identity and set style that has them. Set style on. It's only because we can select the style that we're on. But if I want to do the reverse lookup, I'd have to. How? Right? Because we can have an arbitrary amount of style data tables. And we only have a single tag to tell us what we're looking for. So we have to look through all of our data tables at that point. If they're in a single folder, that can help, of course. Should be the same. Because we don't have any stupid thing named like that anywhere else. It's funny how easy it is to find. It's because I have relevant data tables and I don't know where I even get that from. Where? Oh. That is one way to do it, for sure. It's just hard-coded all of the... I do not like that, but I mean, that's a solution for these as well. So that's something else I want to add to my to-do list. Move away from hard-coded lists for things like identities and style. Yeah, and then all it does is take that relevant table and it tries to find it, and if it doesn't find it, it just trashes it. That makes a lot of sense. So it would work in the same way, essentially. Use folders. Let's see how viable that is if you look inside of the data tables folder. So, identity mappings and style, that would be perfect for me. I think it would be perfect for everyone else, and I have to also tutorialize that. That mappings between identity and style gets picked up automatically. if things work out the way I plan. When nothing works out the way I planned. So should we try to work a little bit on that? Trying to get it to pick up the relevant tables from the folder. Man, I'm curious about something. If I did this, you guys just see Unreal still, right? That's phenomenal, I think. That's the case. Yeah, you guys just see Unreal. Fantastic, fantastic, I like that. So I can actually do a little bit of like R and R here. What the fuck are they called? Utility widget. There. Asking a friend who's got like more experience with those things than I do. There is something about the asset registry. Get the asset registry. Find. Get assets by path. How do we then, like, that doesn't tell me a lot. Gets assets by class. You have a path for the name. I don't remember how to turn these into like actual object references. No. Asset registry. Let's do a little bit of a Google here, because I'm stuck. Like, I don't know how to do this. Get object reference from asset registry. How to get object from path name. No. Load object now. Is it? No. Oh, there's a get asset. Hold on, let's move back. Because I think I was on to something here. Let's do get assets by path. We combine this. Get asset. There it is. Cast to data table. Now, okay, so it does tell me game, my folder. Mine's though in developers, something. I don't know if it's gonna reach the developer folder. Developers, Marinai, data tables. We do data tables, styles, and identity mapping. So let's go for identity mappings first. I'll have to do that. Now, this should be pretty clear, right? So if we do this, no, wait. Relevant tables. It should be pretty clear if this works or not. And then we can clear this at the very start of this functionality. Okie dokie, so if I do this at the very start of the pre-construct, it should be fine. Because it will not be able to find any identity mappings if this is empty. Which it sadly seems to be the case as well. So start. Oh, right there. I forget there's like no point in doing that. Tricky. I think it's probably mostly because it's inside of that folder, right? What's an example of a path? Oh, it has to be in. You have to say game first. Hallelujah. Okay. Very fine. Okay. So then we take relevant tables, and this is going to be relevant. It's a specific type of table. This would be the map identity tables. And then we will have another one. It's called event style tables. We should probably just collapse this immediately into like a function. We would have to send this as a copied input though to the function. And this would have to be like a like this is just to collapse it into a function properly. The clear can be on the inside as well. Oh, it literally is the same one. This is such a unique problem to blueprints that like when you copy paste blueprint stuff, there's no like rhyme or reason to it, so you always have to like clean it up. But that does look appropriate. My Unreal has started like 5.4 has started freaking out very much. Like when I change something here, it's gonna go to another function. Yep, you see how it went to this function? It's really, really annoying. So it clears the target array and then adds the mappings to that array, and then it returns. Yeah, so now we should have something we can update both of these with. So that's the relevant identity table, like this path. And then it's going to be initialize tables. I feel good about this. Initialize table, yeah, tables. Style mappings. And feed it the style mapping table. Click the wrong thing. So now we also have a list of styles. we should be able to. I'm gonna do this and do another comment here. This is like 50, yeah. I went all the way on the size on that one. Initialize tables. Oh yeah, it's a note to add to my notes here. You probably can't see where I'm taking notes, but it's for the best. Keeping you safe from all the bad things in the world. The note here would be I thought I was almost done with this shit, but ain't the case. Ain't the case. Now, let's see. Let's see. Someone says it doesn't deal with actor tags, which is reserved to get style. This is true. So how do we make it care? Yeah, we care only if get the tags from here. And those are the actor tags that we have to loop through as well. And I suppose we can do that at the very end here. Ideally there's only one, but we don't know that, so. And it is a double loop. Yay. Not a fan of those, but we do need some way to sort. And we see if we can find a data table row on this object that matches this tag. Do we need to do that? Or can we just display the object regardless of this? I guess so, because we're not concerned with setting anything, we're just concerned with getting and displaying something. So where's the vertical box for? Yeah, there it is. So we duplicate this, or what should I say, this style view box. So we're gonna have to do something kind of similar here to what we did earlier. And we clear it first, right? Clear the children specifically. Yeah. All right. We clear the children. We set this to be the object. To me, that's scary. Wait. Details view. No, wait. We don't set. We set this to be the object of the details view. Right now we just construct all of them, right? So we do need that filter. No. I had it. This get data table row. And only where we have a match with this. We don't really care about this because we're going to display the entire thing anyways. It's not just a single property we're displaying. That's funny, because we don't really care about it. I can't make it an instance struct. Oy, oy. I don't want to commit to that, I just want to display it. Damn. Get the row struct used by the given data table, if any, yeah. And then oh, that's useful. See, that's more in line with what I wanted. Nice. Because we don't care about that information that we were looking at earlier. I see a view that has nothing. It's fine. But I don't know why. Maybe I was just clicking something that doesn't have style. These clearly have style to them. Identity view box. It's supposed to be style view box to start with. Maybe it can't display it. I should be able to. Perplexing. Style view box clear. Go through tags. You find any that match. If yes, construct a details view. Add. Add this details view to this child. And set this to be the object. To me, that checks out. This checks out, so why does it not work? Wait. Hold on. No, this is also a vertical box. They do need to be vertical boxes. I'm just tripped up by them being in the same location. Just drop whatever into them. I always want to see how they behave. Yeah, that's what I expect to. Is it just the case that you cannot view data tables? But data tables are objects, right? They do say data table object, so. Maybe I got the folder name wrong. Styles. Aha! It's a strange way to display it. So, it displays the this is so funny. So if you go to it, right, it displays details section, but not the data table section. That sucks balls ass. Man, I hate that. I don't think we could do it as property view. Could we? We usually display style in terms of, yeah, there's just a bunch of gate styles isn't really good. The building styles. It's usually displayed as an array. So if you find that property, we can display the array itself. You can try. Single property view. This by itself, like I think that's as well. Yeah, undefined property. So property name. Target is single property view. We could cache it locally, but then we couldn't really change it much. Just mostly view it. Although changing data tables is sort of like a bad idea to begin with. Well, we could do this, right? And then we could say whatever struct that happens to be. S styles, that makes sense. We promote this, and that's going to be style aspects, and we do this where we say style aspects. And then we cache it locally. Whoa! Hello! Hold on, that's a text-to-speech thing. Did you guys hear a text-to-speech? Because I don't hear it. Alright, I'll do it for you. Okay, I gotta like get into the character here. There. Crimson, good to see you, my friend. It played the redeem sound the moment that I pressed the button, so I thought something was going on in Unreal. Yeah, that would say unidentified objects. Because this... no... Set value object? No. Oh, we do this in another place. Let's see. We do this for because we do it over here with this details. I hope you enjoyed my reenactment. So we gotta do this basically. Self set. But that's a details view, not a property view. How do property views work? How does yeah, no, so I probably, I don't know, I have to like look more at the settings in sound alerts, I guess. What you can do stuff like this. Yeah, so right now there's no like chance win condition. It literally is just like I think now I got more power level, I think. So you just gotta be the first one to challenge someone, I think. And then you get like a points, I think. Because I think if you challenge me now, you're gonna like lose your points or something. So you always gotta be like on your toe and be like, okay, does he have a higher power level than me? And the power level is being checked by my bot that I brushed up on. Obviously, I want it to be a little bit more, you know, dynamic or whatever, but I'm learning. But yeah, essentially the bot that I have now, it's like you can program it to do a fucking RPG if you want to. And I was like, ooh, impossibilities, and I almost got lost in that for a while. How the fuck do you use property views? Guess the object itself. I don't understand. Oh, because that lives here. So the object would be this. It says unknown property still. Check this out. So you can now click things in the editor, and you get the data table or the data asset that has like the information inside of it. You can also click here and you go to that place with that information. It's very much like recreating, like clicking a thing you're here and going to details and seeing the things. But the main difference here is that this only ever displays information that pertains to that specific identity, as we call them in TACCOR. It's never like the thing is composed of several pieces and you have to like hunt all of those pieces. This is any relevant information for that type of object you created. So in that sense, you know, you go here, this has 3 identities. So right now the display isn't kind of as good as I want it to be, but here would be the bed identity, the too heavy identity, and the too expensive identity for this bed here. It's blue and cozy, so that makes sense, right? Right now I'm trying to make it so you can also see the style of a thing. I would like it so you can even change the style, but Unreal doesn't really like when you access data tables, it seems like, not directly, or I'm missing something. So I was thinking, like, for now, just display the value itself, at least to start with. But I'm finding that difficult too here. Style aspects, and that's what I named it. Unsupported property. That's a new one. It might be that key value pairs are not supported, which is a bummer. There's 2 ways to deal with that for display purposes. One is we can break it down into a struct where it just says style name, style name, style name, style name, style name, and then it can display it as a regular array. We can also break it down into like a big list of text, which that feels a bit stupid. All this feels a little bit stupid, so I don't think this is going to be final solution for this. I really wish you could just like show the style mappings from the table. Also, Jalanja? What? Jalanja? Shiftipatch? Allow me to take this moment and orange myself. Alanje. What would Alanje mean? What do you want it to be when you write Alanje? We can make that work. Give me like a few seconds. You have to say Alanje, and you have to have the name to challenge. And if you write someone who isn't on the channel, your score also gets reset. I've reset mine once by accident. So it's gonna be challenge. And then, see, because I have it, yeah, the way it's written is like this. Oh no. It's politics all over again. Oh, you got 1 power from fighting me, I guess. So I guess we do power up together. I think it just doesn't tell you that you go down to 0 after doing that, I think. Yalanje. Yalanje. Should do it, one of them with the... No, let's just do it with the small letters. It should work now. In theory. It can be a Jalenji Miranai. Or someone else watching. Hint, it's just us bots here. Well, nice. Well, it's something that, I don't know, work in progress. Why this is work in progress is that I only have one of these left, so when I eat that one, I'm gonna probably wrap up stream. It's orange. A piece of orange. Why is that? Yeah, that's it's my new snack. Since cheese is pretty much out of the question. Like, there's a few cheese types that have very low saturated fats, but yeah, I lament the loss of cheese. Oh yeah, okay, so it only has certain things it can display. It can't display... We cannot display a key value pair. We could always break it down into its component parts, basically. We could also... We can try this. Remove this style aspect. Style aspects like that instead. And so now it's technically, you know, a struct before anything else. I don't think that's gonna make a difference here. It writes style aspects, so it, I suppose that's progress. What did today? This, yeah. So I've come to a place with this where you can do cool shit like click a thing and you get like the but the identity of it. So this gets all 3 identities for it. Instead of having to go hunt it down. So that makes it almost have parity with like going to an actual object. You know how you go like clicking this and going to details and looking through here. Not parity, you know, there's selecting components and stuff. But I don't want to care about that. I just want to select. I always want to be able to tag things, and either with style or identity. And I want to be able to look at those identities, and I want to be able to go to. And if this isn't enough, then you can always just click the thing and you go there, right? And now I'm trying to get it to show the style as well. Ideally you could edit it, but I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna confer a little bit or like talk with Isik and see if he ever solved that nut. Again, certainly I can cache it in some way that it can display it, but so messy, so messy. It's crazy that full on like what is it called? Details view. So if we set this up inside of a details view instead, then we can't set a property name, of course, but it's going to be a details view. Of what? of this, I guess. Which is the target. No. It would be with this object. And then I think we're just back to looking at the settings for... Yeah, so here's how far I get. Yo! Toad. Pickens. Good to see you. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. You didn't hear me the first 2 times. So like, the thing with this is like if you look at this, this is it says data table right here, and it shows me the struct shape of it basically. But how a data table looks really, for instance, is like this. So it's showing me what the fuck is that? It's showing me this, the data table details, but not the data table or the row editor. I'm good, yeah. Hammering away at this marketplace asset. Dajuan and Zhongli. You're not speaking lots of words that I understand today. Dajuan and Zhongli. Dajuan and Lonely. Maybe? Add heft. Yes. I like that the smiley. Yeah. Not icon, the emoji. There it is. Yeah. You're not making sense to me today. You don't have to make sense to me today. We can make sense other days. I fixed these guns earlier, so now they point the right direction. Oh, that's spoiler. Spoiler again. I'm hitting the wrong button, that's why you're getting spoilers. Oh, that's also the wrong button. What the fuck is the shoot button? I need to shoot something. There it is. Like, obviously this isn't like a full-fledged, it's not meant to be a full-fledged system at all. But the gun was pointing in the wrong direction. I guess I should take the socket from thing and get the socket from, so this shoots the things from the muzzle or whatever. Now I have the mannequin gun. I'm on the boat, the goat on the boat with the coat. Okay. I'm on the boat. I am the goat. I got the coat. Jam. Jammies. Man, my brain is a bit cooked. Maybe I should do these streams later on the day, because it seems like you guys have time to hang out more later in the evening. So maybe I should push this like 2 hours and then I can just... That was powerful, yeah. I got some power in me. Even I might seem like a very mellowed out person, but I can power. I can power, I can power. But yeah, overall, I'm super happy with what we did today, where, at least I did today, where we can just select a thing and it pops up with this information. Brings it much closer to the finish line. We fixed one bug that was appearing when we tried to throw something when we haven't picked anything up yet. You want to know a really strange quirk of the system that I'm running here? You cannot have two things activating at the same time. So if I activate this elevator, I cannot open this door until the elevator is done. When it comes down, you show up when you can. You see the updates? Okay, cool. I'm happy that the updates about when I'm streaming helps. That does lead into, in the future for now, Saturdays is the day that I'm streaming, and I'm going to try to keep it that way for the foreseeable future. It can't do two things. It can do two things at once. It just can't say if I activate the elevator and I talk to someone or I activate something else, that works. So I can do this. And I can do this. No, actually, no, I can't. Safety guards. Yeah, it cannot do two things at once. I'm sorry. Yes, it's true. It used to be only translation and rotation that it couldn't do at the same time. But yeah, it's very much like you have one interaction, and if there's something that takes time, you have to wait for that. And that's all because they're all running under one system, so they have to wait for that, and there's no clever batching of the actions. Like, it can't be like, oh, let's move both the door and this thing with their respective information, because they're only handling one set of information at a time. Which is a quirk of how this is set up. It would be, I wouldn't say it would be easy, but it would take a different design philosophy to solve that, and I don't want to introduce other design philosophy into this example project. Or like into, yeah, I want to show how much you can do under that. Wait. Oh, Unreal. You little bastard. You little... Yeah, you slimy bastard. It's supposed to capture all of Unreal. Let's see if it gets on the... Yeah, okay. Ah! Ah! Man screaming at clouds. So while that happens, nothing else can happen. Right? Ah! So annoying. The capture is for Unreal, so like, if I did bring up the identity tool again, because I've been trying to show this, and I guess it's just been not effective. Let's dock this. So with it being docked, everything should be fine. Now you see nothing. There it is. Okay. So with the identity tool docked, you can click on things and you get like an update here of what it is. And if it has style, but right now showing the actual style isn't really a thing. But you do get like a full view of identity. No matter, this is a pretty like complex one. This is pretty complex. And all the values. Yeah, you were supposed to be to see both. But yeah, you can't do things like activate this and then run to the door, and it can't activate anything until that has finished moving. Quirk of the system, but like I said, we're not supposed to, like, I'm not supposed to solve that problem really. Because if I do, I have to take a step outside of the design paradigm of how this is built. And the whole point is to stay within those, to show people sort of what you can do. And also like the power of that. You add a little bit of object-oriented design to this, you have so much potentiality, and you can build things in so many different ways, but yeah, I think it's fine overall too. It's fine, for instance, to do something like activate text prompt like that and then move an elevator, because they don't need to lock progress in any certain way. It's just an event firing, not like a timed thing. Wee. But yeah, it's trying to move away from anything object-oriented. So, I think I said this before, but these are just data. Like, this isn't an object, this is just a static mesh. It doesn't do anything until you tell it, hey, you're a door or whatever. So, say you got this boy, for instance. I'm gonna go to the details now and say, hey, you're a wall, but I want you to be a door. Then that's how that should work. Let's see. I'm just gonna make sure that the door is the right. Yes. So now it should swing open like a door. Yeah? That's supposed to be the power of the system. That actually worked really well. I'm a little bit like, yeah. It's supposed to work that way. It's just that it's nice to see it actually do it. And then, because it can get sort of overwhelming to keep track of those things. Why are you over here? That is the worst docking I've ever seen in my life. Behavior. So, I can't show that now, but like, you're supposed to be able to select from a drop down here and then apply the identity. Yeah. So, the idea is anything is anything. It goes the same thing of like, if you go to this guy who's like a skeletal mesh, you know, he's a talker now, but he can also be a door, right? So now you activate him and he rotates back and forth. But as a talker, he will initiate the one line of dialogue we have. Don't talk to me. I hate people like you. All smug and shit, think you can get out. I'd like to see you try. Oh, my friend, it's just opening the door, you see. Simple. And if you want to get out, freedom! Yeah, so everything in here, like this is tagged as elevator and it has an elevator target, so say we do that for him, right? Or like we make a copy of him, right? With the details, he's now on elevator. I've never tried this. Elevator target. And these would be put in a data table so you can just attach them in your system, but they're not right now. That's how this was set up, right? I see a G, which makes me think that I fucked something up. Yep. I moved too fast. So now he should translate from here to over there if things work correctly. They're going to 0, 0, 0 in space. So they probably just got the wrong name. There we go. Hello! Yeah, you missed all of it, basically. Yeah, we are wrapping up. This is true. Been streaming for something above 2 hours, and I am wrapping up. But I do have... Yeah, that's a worthy... That's alright, you know. I solved the first part of the thing because I was able to. The first part was figuring out this asset paths because I'm not so familiar with them, and I know you are. At least I think you are. So now I'm grabbing my identity mappings and my styles at runtime, so anything they put in here will be picked up as some lists to iterate through. And now when you click things and you have the identity tool open, undock and dock down here, UE4 style, thank you. Now when you click things, you get like the identities over here, right? All the information. It'll be back, I think. Yeah, it's back now. Zemajula, you're right. It's Majula with a sound font from Nintendo 64. The Mahula. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But I can't get it right now. That's where I'm at currently. It's like I can't get it to display data tables. I only get it to display the information, right? So that's if we go to them for styles, and this is what we see. Strong tool, yeah, I think so too. I realize also that this is almost like rebuilding this view, right? Oh, I didn't know that. When you select this gets an update from the click event. That's interesting. So it's sort of like looking at your this, right? But instead of being coupled, it's decoupled as data, as purely data. And the second cool thing is that, of course, this will display only the things that are relevant to your project, not like everything that's relevant to Unreal. So there's a degree of separation there that I think is nice. But it's funny how these sort of like mimic each other now, to some degree. I'm getting layout, the tagged workspace. Better, I think. break the struct and sort of create new table entry with it, which will be created for your data. Yeah, I figured that was the case, so I started doing something like that. But before that, I tried just having the property. I tried the row as a property, like that, for a bit. But I also tried the broken version, this. Well, this. And it still didn't do it as a single property or like a complex property. I don't know how to say that. But I do need to break it down further to something like a struct, which just shows the two names or whatever, two strings or something. Struct of float to... Yeah, instead of it being a key mapping pair, I just do it like a struct of these two elements and then I'll just break it down. But I think that's for next stream. Next Saturday. And I think we're gonna maybe do it at a later time, like 1 hour later maybe. Aim for 19 instead of 18. I think so. I had to really fight myself today to what? No, talk stream. This one. I had to really fight myself today because I was like, streaming? Me now? No. I'm all sorts of like out of energy. But I'm really grateful you guys came by here towards the latter half or latter third of the stream. We got further with this. Like I didn't think we were this far away from finished with this, but you know, you realize what power you have to play with, and then you know it's so close to being both very intuitive and also very fun. Like I think it's very fun to work with. But there are some obvious like things that can be so much better, and I'm like, I want to get there first. I think it will be worth it at the end. Yeah, but also it was consistency, and I was gonna start streaming earlier after Christmas. Yeah, but I was incredibly out of sorts right after Christmas. And I was trying to figure out how streaming fits into my daily life. So I have become very busy. I'm keeping the project afloat basically by contract work. And I think I might have talked about this before. But that takes up at least 2 work days to keep things running. Then there is Dynastyr in production continuously, like there's always stuff. I imagine Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as being sort of as days off. Mondays never are quite days off, but they end up being a slow start of the week. They end up being like sort of like, okay, let's review things that weren't done last week. Let's figure out where we're heading this week, etc., etc. So more of like a planning sort of day and trying to catch up with things that might not have been done yet. Monday also incidentally, or Friday happens to, well, no, actually Monday also happens to be the day where I mostly go out. Yeah, it's the day when I mostly go out and buy groceries and stuff for the coming week or weeks. So Monday is like, it's necessary that it's a bit floaty. And then recently, you know, I've also been trying to enjoy to play some more games and stuff, but it's I found myself almost only with time to like log in, do the bare bones minimum daily in Zenless Zone Zero of all the fucking games in the world. And that's just like, yeah, go in there, it's like 7 minutes or something and log out. That being said, whenever I sit down and actually like play it, yeah, I'm having some fun. You feel that? Yeah. Yeah. I think Lies of P has daily stuff. Oh no, you went through, yeah, you had a relationship with it for a while and you abused it. Not dailies, yeah. Yeah. That's a weird way to put it, like that you had a relationship and you abused the relationship. So what I wanna I'm guessing there's one or two more streams working on this. Yeah, one or two more streams working on this coming up the next Saturdays. And then I promise to seek to play Lies of P. And that's the first thing on the list, I think. I have another weekend project I want to start, like to get into it properly. Breath of the Wild 2 Genshin Impact. Well, that's the thing. Like, I recognize all of the vileness of it, but it is impressive. It's impressive how like I described this to Crimson the other week. It's impressive how much fun you can have for free, and then slowly over time, the idea of that fun transforms a little bit, and they sort of bank on that, I think, where like at first it's really fun, we're learning these things, you're learning these mechanics, and then you realize all the things you're lacking in the game. And when you start to feel the lack, it's and you get that one taste of like, oh, that's a really cool thing that I got by chance. And they're banking on you feeling like you're not investing enough of your own effort to get somewhere in the game. But I will say, they don't seem to lock any content in terms of like what you're able to do, except for leveling. They just lock the characters, like the like S-class characters and stuff like that. So it seems like you can just comfortably finish the entire game without spending money. Which I respect that to some degree. It seems out of models I've seen for these sort of things, it seems to be, I don't want to say better, it seems to be on the side of like more tolerable. But yeah, C cubed is that's an interesting way to put it. It's I do like the gameplay of it, which essentially is like the characters work in different ways, but I enjoy it. And also, of course, like I'm a lover of anime shit, so I like the aesthetics. But overall, combat isn't the thing with Zenless Zone Zero that has me coming back to it. Funnily enough, it's something I don't think a lot of people mention at all. It doesn't have to do directly with hot anime characters, even though that's a bonus. And it doesn't have to do with the combat really, although that's a bonus. It's a vibe. And when I say a vibe, I log in and there's this short musical loop. It varies a little bit which one it is, but there's generally like a short musical loop. And it feels Zen-like. It's not very Zenless. And it's a good vibe going to your turbo free to play player. Yeah. So the vibe is you go in there, like you go to your you own a movie shop and you set that up. It's a super simple mechanic, but like you hear the music, you go set that up like when you log in, And the 6th Street, which is like the main place, it's a good vibe, like, and it's aesthetics, music. There's a lot of times just something small to do, which is like completely inconsequential, but it's like, yeah, that's decent. The world building is, it's so weird because they attempt to be both like, oh, we're so dramatic and everyone is dead, blah 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 blah, and at the same time they're all like hype world building and cool characters, and the dissonance between their world building is like peak dissonance. So your character backstories are like the saddest fucking shit ever, and the character itself is like, you know, the character itself and the situation they're in is like, oh, look at this cute kitten, and like it's gonna be the contrast is so big. I would say so. Like it feels to me in the design that they actually cared about things for like visuals and stuff. One of my favorite examples of this is there's a specific cat statue at 6th Street that they use 2 or 3 times, but it's so cool because it's like you know, in the real world where you have these statue lions and stuff like that, this one is a small cuddly lion, and instead of standing on top of the pillar, it's crawling out of box, and it's so fucking cute. And I'm looking at that, I'm like, that cannot be a design made by someone like who doesn't care about that stuff. So there's a lot of like that, where like the designs feel like they, you know, the artists put heart into it. Another thing that makes me think that there's heart in these things is that all of the character models that they make are released for free online. So there's people legit who just take them. I think there's even Blender files for them specifically. Just take them into Blender and look at them and see how they were made for the characters. Of course, because of that, and I think they realize the power of this, people make mods. The fucking weirdest mods for characters. But like, some really good ones as well. And that people would have a much harder time to get that done. Yeah, no, I don't know to what degree they have my respect, but they have my respect to some degree. But yeah, I there's a conflict here because I typically am I don't like it. I don't like the model, the basic model of how it's done. But Crimson was saying like a week back when we were talking about this, that like humans, if we design things as we've learned to design like slot machines, then we would have so many other like flawlessly designed things. It's a paraphrase, but like that was the essence of it. Of like, man, we really do like take we are really perfect at the art of like how to get people caught into gambling and how to keep them gambling and how to make everything feel nice for them and stuff like that. Crazy. You know what? I always, not a worry, but like I feel like, oh, I'm gonna go online, I don't know what to talk about, and then, you know, you guys show up and it's all good. Before that, I'm just like yapping about my process basically. And it's good, like it's putting a voice to what you're doing sometimes helps when you're doing it. So it's funny because streaming and having no viewers is a type of practice of being with yourself, right? Because a lot of people, they can't stand being with, only with themselves. You can go into that insecure corner of like, oh, should I be speaking now? What should I speak about? It's like reflecting your personality or whatever. For me, it's literally just like I'm just gonna narrate. Like I worry sometimes that maybe no one is gonna be here. No, that's not my worry. Sorry. My concern specifically is that mostly it's that I don't have the energy to be social and step through everything. But aside from that, and also to do that importantly, to do that self-reflection where I am talking and I'm being aware in the moment of my process. So yeah, fuck insecurities about should I be talking or should I be doing this or that. Yeah, I try to let it be like a moment for me and awareness in where I'm at, what I'm saying, and practice that while streaming. And of course, as important is to take a step away when you're offline and do like, okay, I'm just sitting down and just being with me now for a good 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something. I'm just saying meditate, motherfuckers, basically. When you can. I feel like there's a big asterisk there because it hasn't been always in my life where I have capacity to meditate. But now it's almost daily, which I'm really happy about. All right. You see this? Like I repaired the seams here, so it's basically seamless how it's repaired, but I didn't do it strong enough on this arm, so it tore up again. Do what you want. That means to lock it in. How it be? Rip. Yeah, actual rip. Yeah. I moved too much. Alright guys. It's been great having you guys. Yeah, just make it a tank top. I was about to say tabletop. Just make me a tabletop. Yeah, that's a visual. So, if there's some artist out there, draw me as a tabletop. Whatever. So, you guys, it's heck of a lot more fun having you guys around. Clothromancy. Clothromancy. Is that romance of cloth? There was a fantasy world I designed at one point, just some blurbs, but they have something called randomancers. And randomancers were only called upon as a last minute solution because it's the only type of magic they have in the world. And randomancy has about like a 80% chance to kill the person who performs it, something like that. And it's whatever they do is a random effect to some degree. But for whatever reason, some randomancers have been kind of successful. Like they performed several acts of randomancy, they have not died yet, they've been successful for some reason. It seems random, right? Because true random can be like that. True random can be like works, right? In a row. Random answers are. I think it's a fun concept. So this was a fable, like fable as in like a story of animals. So there was this kingdom that was ruled by the benevolent. Was it benevolent? I don't know. Benevolent Penguin King Bartholomew. Yeah, Bartholomew. So, and I don't think he was benevolent, but I remember as part of the plot was that there were these like 6 or 7 heroes. I think they called them the Heroes of Viscera or something like that. But these heroes, they would be the Penguin King would have to sacrifice his latest child, and then he could resurrect the heroes. And this would be like a cyclic thing, like during history they've been like resurrected 3 or 4 times. And I assume, I never really delved into it, but I assume they just like, when their task is done, they just like die on their own or something. There was probably a point where they were actually alive and could do things, but now it's like sort of they're caught in some sort of like loop of servitude. Yeah, dark fable. And they were like animals, and they had silly names that didn't quite fit them. That was a big point of like having a silly name that doesn't make them sound like what they are. So something like a goose would have the name of a tiger because of his, like, not because he would be brave as a tiger, right? That was the idea. Like, and the tiger had another word, like the tiger character would have another word for his characteristics somehow. Can you imagine a 10% success rate in the chance to succeed in this one specific randomized spell and dying on hitting the one? I'd be so pissed in the afterlife, like knowing that. Yeah, that's, yeah. The afterlife. It's like, damn it. We had it. We almost had it. Like 1 of 100. Isn't that weird? Like, math like that is weird because it's 1,000. Like, percentage is about 1,000, right? We still say like 1 of 100. It makes perfect sense, like math-wise, but it's just like, shouldn't we rebase it to be on like the scale of 1 to 100? Instead of talking the percentage. I don't know. Maybe I'm not even making sense. Yeah, for sure. So now even my second screen that tells me, now even my second screen is telling me, yo, I'm low on battery. So wrap it up, asshole. Or face the wrath of my phone dying. Okay, guys, thank you guys for being here. I'll be back next Sunday. No, Saturday, Sunday. Why do I still get those mixed up? I don't know. Next Saturday, right here, similar time. If you've got time, be here earlier. If you don't get time, that's fine. We'll see each other. And remember that I still have one of these to eat. So, orange. Yeah. Hold on. I was gonna do a bit where I say, while eating this, remember to play and enjoy.